Welcome back, race fans, to the Yahoo Cup Series. This is Race 8 of Season 2, and these 38 cars are here in the sunny state of California. NASCAR is ready to turn the streets of Long Beach into their playground for a tight and twisty course, but with a lot of passing opportunities and a lot of 90-degree turns. And with all that said, let's check out our ones to watch. Shane Van Gisbergen is the 38th car here today. He is joining us all the way from the Australian V8 Supercar Series, and he is starting up front today. He may surprise a lot of people. And his teammate, Daniel Suarez over in Trackhouse, is looking for the same turnaround that Joey Logano had last weekend at Darlington, as Gisbergen is competition. And Michael McDowell had a very strong start to the season. He has fallen off slightly in the recent races. Is Gisbergen also going to be his competition? And Bryce Sports was able to claim the 29 car for this race. And don't forget for the rest of you to leave a comment to possibly race in the next race. Now let's get to pit road and get the command to start engines.
In the proud spirit of America and in the proud spirit of our great country, finally, The Rock says, drivers, start your engine!
As these 38 cars roll off the pit road, let's get our starting lineup. Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick will be in row 1, with row 2 having Shane Van Gisbergen and Christopher Bell. Row 3 is Daniel Suarez and Michael McDowell, and row 4 is Kyle Larson and Bryce Sports. Rounding out the top 10 is Joey Logano and AJ Allmendinger, and behind them in row 6 is Toyota teammates, Joe Gibbs teammates Martin Truex and Ty Gibbs. Row 7 has Alex Bowman and Bubba Wallace, with row 8 having Chris Buescher and Chase Briscoe. Row 9 is Ryan Blaney, Kyle Busch, and row 10, rounding out the top 20, is Corey LaJoie and Brad Keselowski. Row 11 is Eric Jones and William Byron, and in row 12, it's Carson Hocevar and Eric Almirola. Row 13 has Todd Gilliland and Chase Elliott, with row 14 having BJ McLeod and Ryan Preece. Row 15 is Austin Dillon and JJ Yaley, and behind them row 16 is Austin Cindric and Harrison Barron. Row 17 has Ty Dillon and Ross Chastain, and row 18 is Kevin Harvick and Ricky Stenhouse. And rounding out the field in row 19 is Jimmy Johnson and Justin Haley. Now let's check out the point standings really quick as we are winding down. It's this, Martinsville, and then we have our final 4 set going into Miami. Your top 4 is currently Chris Buescher, Kyle Busch, William Byron, and Christopher Bell. But right behind them in striking distance is Chase Elliott, Denny Hamlin, and Kevin Harvick. However, Kevin Harvick and also behind him, Ross Chastain, start very far back in the field today. But some of these other guys start up front and mid-pack, so we'll see how they do at the checkered flag. Now here's your race overview. We are at the Long Beach Street Race. It's about a 2-mile long course, just under that. It's an 8-lap race. Points will be awarded at lap 4. And don't forget to leave a comment so you can have a chance to race in the next race at Martinsville. Now here's your field ready to take the green flag here at Long Beach. And green flag is in the air. Denny Hamlin and Tyler Reddick will lead them into turn 1, with Gisbergen and Christopher behind them. Gisbergen's going to take him 3 wider, ready for the lead. He's going to take it. But Hamlin stays on his inside, but Gisbergen has the advantage. Suarez already up to 3rd. Michael McDowell entering the top 5 as Christopher Bell begins to fall back quickly. Hamlin takes the lead over Gisbergen going into turn, but Gisbergen has the inside again. Tyler Reddick is going to pass Suarez back for 3rd. Michael McDowell underneath Suarez for 4th here, as Denny Hamlin's going to clear Gisbergen. Paul Siddle will remain in the lead. Tyler Reddick trying to take back 2nd going into the hairpin, as Michael McDowell is clear for 4th. Christopher Bell trying to get back 5th from Suarez, but Larson's going to take up 3 wide there. Todd Gilliland already having an issue. He's slow in the back, as Denny Hamlin's still in the lead. Tyler Reddick clear for 2nd. McDowell going for 3rd over Gisbergen. Larson's 3 wide for 5th. Suarez is clear for 5th, but he was 3 wide. Larson up to 6th. Christopher Bell continues to fall back. It's Hamlin Reddick 1-2. McDowell clear Gisbergen for 3rd. Suarez trying to get 4th from his Trackhouse teammate. Kyle Larson lurking in 6th though. Allmendinger moving up through the field up to 7th. This is still single file 1, 2, 3. Larson makes a big 3 wide move under those Trackhouse cars. There's a little bit of contact. Gisbergen may have tapped the outside wall, but he's up to 4th. But Larson in the top 5 trying to get 4th away from Gisbergen. Hamlin continues to lead with Reddick slowly closing his. Chase Briscoe gets spun by Alex Bowman. He gets back going though, no caution. As Hamlin and Reddick still bumper to bumper. McDowell's in 3rd, losing a little bit of ground though. Larson underneath Gisbergen for 4th. Allmendinger up to 6th. As looks like Hamlin's gonna go wide a little bit. Tyler Reddick looking to make a move. Gisbergen getting challenged for 5th by Allmendinger. Reddick trying to go to the outside of his car owner, Denny Hamlin, as Allmendinger up to 5th now. As Reddick has the inside, gets the advantage. Now McDowell's caught them as they're side by side. Allmendinger is clear for 5th as well, as Kyle Larson's there. As Reddick gets it but goes wide. There's a lot of contact between Gibbs and Suarez, it looks like, as it's last lap of the stage already on lap 4. Tyler Reddick clear for the lead with Hamlin and McDowell side by side for second. And Larson up to fourth, on fifth. So they're 4 wide in the back. There's a crash! Collecting Daniel Suarez, who needed a big turnaround. Joey Logano seems to have just narrowly avoided it. But Martin Truex, who's had a very horrible season so far, as here's a replay. Looks like, I think it was Joey Logano, hit the brakes and got into Truex's corner panel. And just an unfortunate circumstance here. And then hooks Suarez, with Suarez hits Buescher. Big hit for Buescher there. And also collecting the fan car of 29 car Bryce Sports here. As 4 cars out of the race, as Todd Gillen unfortunately is out alongside with Truex, Buescher, and Suarez, as the 29 car will continue. So we have green flag pit stops here as the stage is also over. And a very close race coming out of pit road. Looks like Kyle Larson was able to pass Reddick off pit road as Larson gained a lot of spots there. McDowell remains third. Allmendinger and Hamlin swap spots. Blaney moving up. Gisbergen loses spots. Bell continues to fall back even on pit road. As the stage results were Tyler Reddick, Denny Hamlin, Michael McDowell, Kyle Larson, and AJ Allmendinger, as it was given to the people who were up front at the time of caution. Green flag is back in the air as Kyle Busch, Brad Keselowski won the front row for this restart. They lead him into turn 1 as Kyle goes wide, and already another crash. Ty Dillon looks like he drove it in deep, gets into Chastain, who needed a good run because he was outside looking in for the top 4 here. Let's get a replay. Yeah, looks like I think Kyle Larson was pushing Ty Dillon there because Ty Dillon blocked him and then just locked up the brakes with old tires. Sends Chastain into the corner, and Stenhouse just nowhere to go as McDowell and Hamlin were both able to slow down and avoid contact. There's one more look here as it looks like, just unfortunate for Chastain as he needed a good run. Stenhouse was hoping to have a decent run for one of the last few races, but looks like it's still same people in front, but this time Brad Keselowski will restart first with Kyle Busch still on the outside, so same positions, just different person controlling the restarts. Green flags back in the air. Chase Briscoe up to third as Eric Jones fourth. He looks to make a move, but Cindric goes 3 wide middle there, up into the top 5 after starting way in the back, having a good turnaround for him as Larson is leading the pack, trying to get back through the field. As Brad Keselowski is clear for the lead, Briscoe side by side with Busch for second. He looks like he's going to clear. As Cindric now side by side with Kyle Busch for third. Eric Jones runs at the top 5, but here's Michael McDowell leading the charge actually as he got by Kyle Larson with all the people with fresh tires. As Almirola moves Larson out of the way a little bit. It's going to be bad for Larson, but he gets down and underneath Eric Jones for 6 as McDowell's back in the top 5 already. Gets underneath Kyle Busch. He's going to have the advantage through the turn and is going to be ahead of him as Brad Keselowski still in the lead. As there's a lot of contact in the back. Looks like Austin Dillon, Daniel Hemrick got the worst of it. But Brad Keselowski still in the lead. Briscoe's second. Cindric third. McDowell fourth. And Kyle Larson has now re-entered the top 5, getting by Kyle Busch here. As McDowell's closing in on Cindric. As Eric Almirola got spun out there in that series of turns. But Briscoe slowly closing in on Keselowski. McDowell outside of Cindric for third. He's going to get it. As Keselowski gets really loose. Briscoe to his inside. Briscoe did not touch him. Brad Keselowski just went wide through the turn. As McDowell up to third. Larson side by side for fourth. Hamlin there trying to get back in the top 5. The pole sitter. As Briscoe goes wide. Opens the door for McDowell. As here we are coming to the white flag here at Long Beach. White flags in the air. One more time around. As Denny Hamlin back at the top 5. As there's more contact. Christopher Bell's day just keeps getting worse. Ty Dillon also involved. As Briscoe drives in deep on old tires. Trying to get in front of McDowell. But then he goes wide. Michael McDowell into the lead. Kyle Larson trying to get by him for second. He's going to do it. Hamlin up to fourth. Cindric back in the top 5 as Brad is falling back now. As Blaney trying to make a move. As it looks like he gets into his teammate Cindric there. Sends him wide into the turn. But Larson and McDowell having a fierce battle here. Hamlin up to third. Brad Keselowski still fifth because of Cindric's issues. Blaney up to 6th. As they're side by side going through the hairpin, Larson goes wide. Here comes Hamlin. Contact to the back. But it's a drag race coming to the line. It's a photo finish at the line. What a crazy finish as Ty Gibbs ends up with the top 5. 4 wide across the line there. As crazy turn of events. Bell comes across the line after spinning. Bryce Sports gains quite a few positions after having a pretty damaged car there. As Chaos, like I said, come to the line and out of the hairpin. Who won between Hamlin and Larson? It was so close. As, here's the contact they had. Looks like a ton of people just locking bumpers going to the turn. Brad just unfortunately nowhere to go. Looks like he still gets a top 10 though. Here's the picture cover line. Denny Hamlin just barely beats Kyle Larson there. As Larson seemed to have driven in deep through the hairpin. Goes wide. McDowell ends up third. And Denny Hamlin just barely had enough momentum to get by. As here he does his burnout. Very nice burnout. And congratulations to Denny Hamlin winning the Long Beach Street Race from the pole, by the way, as Denny Hamlin started first and finished first, but had to come through the field after pitting. As here's your finisher results: top 10 being Denny Hamlin, Kyle Larson, Michael McDowell, Ty Gibbs, Chase Briscoe, Ryan Blaney, Tyler Reddick, Joey Logano, Brad Keselowski, and Shane Van Gisbergen. And his debut for the Yahoo Cup Series ended up with the top 10. Chase Elliott, after starting in the rear, ends up with 11th, Allmendinger 12th. As Bryce Sports, the fan car, after getting wrecked, will end up with a 21st. Decent finish for unfortunate circumstances here, as struggles for Truex. Suarez needed a good turnaround. Buescher, your points leader, has a bad race. And Ross Chastain, who needed to have a good race to get into the top 4, unfortunately falls back. As here's your point standings. Everyone highlighted in the purple has a chance to still reach the top 4 after Martinsville. But your current top 4 is Kyle Busch. Denny Hamlin jumps up to 2nd after that win. Chris Buescher falls to 3rd. Chase Elliott is 4th. But William Byron, Christopher Bell, and Tyler Reddick are all very close in entering the top 4, with McDowell, the fan 29 car, Kevin Harvick, Ross Chastain, and Kyle Larson still having a chance. Unfortunately, for Ryan Blaney, Eric Jones, Brad Keselowski fans, they just barely missed out on still having a chance to make it. Ryan Blaney, if he got max points at Martinsville, would not be able to get to at least 215 points to pass Elliott, as Joey Logano ends up with a decent finish here. He's up to 21st now, looking strong to get a top 20 points finish after having just an atrocious more than first half of the season. As Martin Truex looks like he is not getting that turnaround. He is 29th. And Daniel Suarez, same for him, has reached triple digit in points, but he is outside the top 30 in points here, as Ty Dillon still having the tail end of the field. Todd Gilliland also having not a very good season. But stay tuned for Martinsville.